And boom, market went down again for the count, guys. Okay, we talked about VIX, and VIX is on its way to 2424. Okay, we did have some wicks on VIX. That sounds pretty cool, right? uh, so we got rejection on wicks. VIX here, sorry. um, is it headed down? Well, if you know charts, you know that it's probably not headed down, guys. So let me use the arrow as a support line. So we have a support here on the VIX, and we hit that support line really perfect today. Check it out. Now what's next for VIX? Well, it's in a rising wedge, guys. Okay, but it still has ways to go. If you know charts, okay, that's one sign that is still bullish. Okay, let's take a look at another sign. VIX could be consolidating. Check out this box. Okay, so if you know charts, you know that VIX had a nice measured move up. Okay, so we'll count the top of this wick here, and then we'll take that, and as soon as it releases, we're headed up, guys. We will cross that 24. Okay, if there is good news, okay, this is not going to work out. But remember, news will change everything. It'll detour what we're doing. But at the end of the day, it's going to continue on its way up. And the biggest one that is bringing the market down, guys, is Nvidia. Look at this. Been going down since 500. Okay, I think we're going to get to 317. If we break this final support here at 374. Now we did have support at 409. We lost it yesterday, came back up. It became resistance, guys. And you know what happens when support becomes resistance? We're going to keep trending down. So Nvidia is going to pull Tesla with it. Tesla did go down again today. Like I said, if we get down here, this will be, 370s, maybe 380. Okay, if we lose that support, and I think we will, we're gonna head back down. Now, one of the things that a lot of investors and traders look at is how far up did Nvidia go. That's $142 from that spot there, and that was a nice bottom save there. So usually you come back down 50% of what you gain. So let's start this from, whoa, it's been going up for a while. All right, so maybe we switch over to the weekly so we can do it. There we go. We'll do a better estimate here for you. So we've been going up, and that's $397, about $400. Okay, and usually they're going to retrace back half of that, 50%. So guess what? Guess where 317 is at? Right around that $200 mark. So that's 50%, guys. So that's even more bearish signals for us to keep an eye on. So Nvidia is looking super bearish. It was way overbought. Everybody knows that, but doesn't mean the company is a bad company. Okay, just not a good time to buy, in my opinion. I'm gonna wait till we get here, and then I might load up on calls. Let's take a look at Tesla. All right, Tesla is following Nvidia, like we said. Now, we did consolidate in here. Okay, and we said our measured move was going to come down to about 194, guys. That's still in play. Okay, this circle here, this ain't going to happen. So we're just going to go ahead and get rid of this. If it did pop up, and if it got in that circle, we said, okay, we are turning around, but we are not turning around, guys. I'm still looking for the drop down here. Same thing with Tesla. Okay, Tesla did lose support, okay, and crucial areas yesterday, and then now it's looking like it might come down right around 195. That's support. After that, It could see 184, just depending on what Nvidia does, because when Nvidia sells off, Tesla sells off. So keep an eye on Nvidia, whether you're buying or selling. Okay, Nvidia will lead these guys here, and Google will lead the market. All right, talking Google, there it is. Lower lows, guys, lower lows. What does that mean for Google? Well, it looks like this is going to still play out. We're probably going to see the 117 next week. Okay, I can't tell you what day, but I can tell you that this is happening. Okay, we lost support here. Our cloud twisted. We got out of our channel. Okay, and now we're headed down. We broke support and we're headed down. People are selling off. Earnings did help this come lower, guys, and we should see a bounce here. Okay, if not, okay, Google can see 115. After 115, we have a nice gap here, guys. Oof. So we could see 112 potential with Google. If you guys know stocks, that's a big drop for Google. Google is a big stock, guys. So for now, Google is headed down, and it looks like it's going to keep headed towards our target. All right, and here's one of my favorites, and this is not going to be revenge trading. I just love shorting Netflix when I get a chance. Look at that. So guys, if you watch some of my videos and you've seen in the past, okay, I always look for these resistance bumps. Okay, so let's just mark them off. That's number 1. That's number 2 area. And this is number 3. And if you guys remember what I said earlier, okay, when we come up, we will retrace back to 50%. So that's $74. What can I expect from Netflix? There we go. About, what do we say? 74, 75. So that brings us to about $38. Okay. So $379 for Netflix. Okay. This is one I will be watching next week for an entry, because this cloud is going to twist here. I'm watching these price labels. We are almost there on the 4-hour, guys. My confirmation, okay, is going to be a little bit lower than this at 397. I want to see it break that support there. Okay, so after that, I'm jumping into a nice put. Let's mark this off for you guys so you can manage that. And here is the nice little support area for Netflix. Okay, so if you want to make a little extra cash, guys, the best way to do this is to learn how to chart. And I have courses you guys can buy. You guys can jump in right now on my $1 deal. Okay, and look at this. Okay, we are almost there. As soon as we break that again, the 395 area, I am in like sin. Now we have the 15-minute cloud, which will be a good one if you wanted to short Netflix. That was the entry there. Okay, I personally don't play Netflix, but I do like to short it, because when it falls, guys, it really falls. Look at that. Wow. Okay. So anyways, Netflix is on the way down. So if you guys want to play Netflix, okay, keep an eye on that level, the 395. All right. Now the biggest market cap is Apple. Okay. What's going on with Apple, guys? Look at this. We've got some serious resistance going on with Apple, and it's headed on the way down. Okay, gonna mark off those levels for you. And we've got some serious resistance in Apple, and Apple is falling under the 200-day moving average, guys. And if you guys like my indicator and you want to buy it, I have a feature in there where we can look at the 100 and 200 moving average for any stock, guys, and you can see Apple fell under that stock. I'm sorry, under that number. This is an important number for you guys to look at because this is where people start selling off. You can see we got close here, came back, went under here. They came back to save it. Resistance got hit, and now it's coming down. And these are the key levels for Apple. Okay, if it loses this here, which it did, okay, we're headed now to about 165. After that, it's going to be 164, 162, and it just keeps going and going on, guys. Now, for Apple, those are big losses. Those are big moves, guys. So if you're going to play Apple, if you want to buy shares, I would wait, okay? But if you wanted to short it, this chart is going to give you some good guidance. Now, if we wanted to, we could say that Apple is falling into some support here, okay, but it's still a nice little wedge on the way down, or you can look at it as a flag, okay. So if it bounces off of here, which it did, okay, let me move this over a little bit so we can check out the chart. So it bounced off of there, the wicks came through. Is it gonna continue going up? I don't know. I think that with everything that's going on in the market is going to try to stay up because it does have earnings next week, guys, and that is on Thursday, November 2nd. Okay. Will it get good news, bad news? Who knows? Okay. But this is what Apple is doing. If I was playing Apple, okay, I would definitely bet on not such a good earning. So let's see what happens. Okay, I think Apple's the same as Nvidia. Let's take a look at the weekly chart. Let's do a measured move. So it went up from that bottom, $74. Okay, the expectation is 50% down, which would be about 30, again, $37, $38. So we'd be looking at around a 161 area, guys. So we could see a bounce there. So keep an eye out for Apple. It's looking a little bearish, but it might find support sooner than later. All right, last but not least, guys, we're gonna look at Bitcoin. I am not a fan of Bitcoin. Okay, not saying I wouldn't buy it, maybe one day, but not now. But it has been going up. Look at this. It came from 16,000 when everybody thought it was done deal, and then now got all the way up to 33,000, 34,000. People started buying it, so it's looking good for them. But I'd be careful in these areas, guys, because we are seeing a trend down. This is the weekly chart, okay? And one of the biggest things I look at is the wick of the weekly chart, okay? Look at those wicks. That means there's been rejection, and it came down, then it went down, came across. These wicks don't lie. Look at these, okay? They get those long wicks, they'll reject down. So I'm suspecting you guys are going to see it move down. Now, is it going to keep going down? Probably not. I think this is what it's going to do. Let's go take a path arrow, okay? So basically, if you guys watch my videos, you know it's been consolidating. And so it comes down, finds support, same thing again and again, okay? Found support there, and it's going, let's just say it's here. And I think it's going to do this for a little bit, okay? Even here, okay, like most stocks, okay? And then it might consolidate and start headed up again, okay? But for the meantime, if we come over to the daily chart, okay, you're going to see there's already a downtrend, okay? We're headed down. If I go over to the 4-hour chart, it is verified that we are in a downtrend here, okay? Now, keep an eye on Bitcoin. Let it pull back. If you guys are playing it, let it pull back. But you should have a stop loss just in case. Look at these big gaps, guys. Bitcoin at 33,000. Okay, has support. That's a big wick there. And then you got a green candle at the end of the session. But look at this. If it loses this, it could come back down here. Okay, 30,000. That's a $3,000 drop. But Bitcoin is looking super bullish, super bullish on the weekly. I mean, it looks nice, guys. If you're a fan of Bitcoin, okay, keep an eye on those wicks. Okay, it's going to pull back again, just like it did before. You can see that it still has a trend up. Okay, went into higher lows each week, so that's a good news if you are bullish and if you're long on Bitcoin. Okay, so that's your update, guys. The market is going down. Okay, we might be close to a bottom, but I don't think it's going to be on Monday or Tuesday. But until the next video, guys, I'm wishing you a green day.